So I'm about to go for a walk. Before I do go for a walk, I want to talk about how one symptom can lead onto another symptom, for me personally, sometimes when you get one symptom, it can throw you into a panic attack. Sometimes the panic comes and then the symptom comes after. For myself, when I had my first two panic attacks, it was the panic attack that came and then the symptoms right after. The first panic attack I had, I didn't really have any symptoms, sensations other than the feeling of me about to die. And then the second one, I had the same sensation, but this time right after the panic attack, I started having that detached feeling. So after that, my third panic attack and so on, that's when I started experiencing the dizziness and the other symptoms, other sensations came along after. So when you first have whatever first symptom you have, like I just mentioned, I didn't have the symptoms into my second panic attack and more symptoms after that. Maybe I did have it during my first one, but I didn't feel any symptom unless I didn't notice I was dizzy. But I just knew I felt like I was dying during my first panic attack. As far as what I was talking about, how one symptom leads into another symptom. Like sometimes your heart starts racing because you think you're dying. Once your heart starts racing, you think, oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack. And then out of nowhere, you're gonna get, you think heart attack, you start thinking chest pain. Then after that, you're gonna say tightness in the chest. And then you're gonna start thinking, oh my God, my chest is tight. My heart is racing. My heart's skipping beats. Getting chest pain. Okay? Sometimes you get the chest tightness, you can't breathe. Your rib cage feels so tight. Feels like someone's bear hugging you, squeezing you, and won't let you go until they suffocate you, right? Then they're thinking, oh my God, now I can't breathe. And then once you can't breathe, what do? You start running around the house or wherever you are. I can't breathe. But in fact that you're running around saying you can't breathe for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, which happened to me too. I'm like, sometimes I'll walk around the house and say, I can't breathe. Then sometimes everything seems like it got either really bright or really dark. It doesn't stay the same. Then you start thinking, I'm about to pass out because my vision starts acting up, right? And then that's when you start thinking, oh, well, I'm going to pass out. I'm seeing stars. My vision's acting up, getting tunnel vision. Sometimes you get tunnel vision, then, tunnel vision is where everything, you can see what's ahead of you, but everything on the side is like you're wearing binoculars, sunglasses. Sometimes you look like you're doing this, and then you can't really see what's on the side of you too well. It's blurry, and then and then your eyes you start doing this. Sometimes when you see me walking, and then I have my camera facing towards me, you see me doing this. It's like I'm trying to self-adjust my eyes. So it's like my eyes are like self-adjusting. It's like okay, I can't see. Sometimes when you put an object too close to you like this, excuse my eyes are like kind of blur away because I just woke up, and every time I wake up and then I splash water in my face just to feel refreshed, and then I don't know why it irritates my eyes. But anyways, when you put an object so close to your eyes, like everything kind of gets blurry because it's so close. It's close, and then your eyes are trying to like adjust to it. But humans, when something's so close, you get blurry vision, you get double vision when something's close to you. Automatically you start thinking, or you start getting these other symptoms, sensation in your eyes, because one symptom leads to another one. Like chest pain, you can have the chest pain, and then if you only got the chest pain at first, and then your heart starts racing because you start thinking, oh my God, heart attack. When you start thinking things like that, your heart's gonna race because you're, for whatever reason, right? And when you get a headache, sometimes the headache could get worse. It starts leading to head pressure. Headaches and head pressure is different. Migraine is different. if you go outside, you have a headache and you think you can handle it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. And then you're outside, and then out of nowhere, you stay outside for so long, you might even get a headache could turn into a migraine because you've been outside so long in the bright sunlight, and see you don't drink any water, or you're dehydrated. That headache could upgrade into a migraine. So that's why I mean, one symptom can lead into another symptom. Dizziness, dizziness and lightheadedness is different things. Dizziness, you feel off balance, but you don't feel like you might think that you're gonna faint, but you fall from dizziness. Most likely you fall out because you lost your balance. You're doing this, you feel like, you don't feel like the whole room is spinning. Lightheadedness, meaning your head feels like you're getting head rush. It's like, you're not getting enough blood flow, or not getting enough correct amount of oxygen in your head. Sometimes I still get that. I'm actually lightheaded right now. Might not look like it because I'm trying to keep myself calm. If I freak out, instantly my heart's gonna race. Anytime you freak out, your heart automatically races. You might think, oh, I wish my heart didn't race, but imagine a normal person that doesn't have high level of anxiety. If someone came up to them right behind the car and yelled out boo, most likely they're gonna jump and their heart's still gonna race. They're gonna say, oh my god, you scared the beep out of me, right? Same thing. Some people might not react to it. For me, I have a late reaction. If someone tries to scare me, I don't get scared right away until I walk away. I was like, then my heart starts racing. I'm like, okay, why do I get a late reaction? Sometimes I don't get scared at all. It's like it's like in my mind is expecting someone to come out and scare me. That's how it is. But like I say, sometimes when you have one symptom, another one comes out, it's because it leads on to one symptom to another. Another example is when you're breathing heavily. Like we have breathing issue with anxiety. It's like we can't catch a breath. We feel like we ran for miles and we didn't even do anything. We could just woke up from a nap, from sleeping at night. How we can just be sitting there eating. We feel tired doing nothing. And what happened? We can start getting dizzy because the blood flow is not getting to our head, lightheaded. And then if you sit still and you turn your head too quick, you get that off balance sensation. And what else can lead up to the off balance sensation? You can start feeling dizzy as well. For my doctor told me, if you ever go to a doctor, hospital, whatever, call 911, you have to make sure, if you're calling for yourself or you're calling for someone else, you have to be really careful what you say. If you say dizzy is like the off balance, feeling like you're walking on a boat, or how the floor feels like it's moving. You can't really like stand up on your legs without feeling like you're wobbling. That's dizziness. Lightheadedness, meaning you feel like you're gonna just faint. Vertigo is where the room feels like it's spinning. Sometimes it can feel like it's spinning fast, half a spin. Or it feels like you're doing back spin or whatever. It can even mean like you're tilting maybe over 90 degrees, 30 degrees. That's considered vertigo. So they want to make sure, because if you say vertigo and you're not actually having a full spin, they might give you a different treatment. And then you might say, how come this medication is making me even dizzier? It's because you told them you have vertigo, but in fact you were dizzy. So you have to make sure you are really careful on what you say, how you feel. Same thing with if you get like weak jelly legs. Weak jelly legs meaning you feel like your legs are not supporting your upper body. You're gonna start feeling wiggle. You're gonna feel off balance as well. You might think you're off balance because your legs are feeling weak. So your legs are like, imagine you're taking two chopsticks or two really thin sticks and you're trying to support something heavy, right? What's gonna happen to those sticks? They're gonna like kind of like wiggle around, like trying to stay still and balance whatever you have on top before it falls. So I might just fall. You know, that's what I mean by weak jelly legs. It's like your legs don't feel like it's gonna support your upper body, and then that makes you feel off balance as well. Sometimes you might feel you're off balance, so you might feel like you're dizzy, but you might just have weak jelly legs that is making you feel like you're doing that because it's like your legs are, you feel like you just can't support your upper body. And sometimes you might feel dizzy, and then after that you might have, and you're gonna say, oh my God, why do I feel dizzier? You might feel dizzier because your legs might start getting jelly, you know. So that's what I mean by one symptom cause another symptom. You know, and then once you have depression, you know what happens. It leads you to not wanting to do anything. It makes you sad and all this stuff. And then once you get depression, it gets worse. You know, you can go from wanting to stay in your front of the house, like stay in the kitchen, the living room, whatever it is, looking out the window. Then you're gonna start saying, what's the point of me looking out the window? I know I'm not gonna go outside. So it's gonna lead you to having more depression. You're gonna start like moving towards the middle of your room, towards your house, where, you know, when you look out the window, depending on where you are, you might only be staring at your neighbor's house, or you just staring at the fence. You know, for myself, my room's towards the backyard, so if I look out the window, I'm just gonna see my backyard, my neighbor's side yard, and the neighbors behind me. That's all I'll see. If I look through my kitchen, I get a little bit better view of the backyard. That's it. If I look through my living room and my family room, I get the view of the street. So, you know, the more depressed you feel, the more you don't want to get off your bed. So it just leads up to more depression, more anxiety, you know, and it just makes you want to just stay in your own room. I was like that. I didn't even want to go to the kitchen. You know, when I did go to the kitchen, I felt like my legs were dragging me. It's like my body feels so weighted down because I was laying down so much. I felt like I couldn't even get off my bed. You know, even for a while, whenever I got off my bed, I feel like my body was so attached to the bed. It felt like the bed was pushing me back. It's like I will open up my bedroom door. I feel like my whole body was just dragging. It felt like, you know, there was like a rope on my leg, and my bed wouldn't allow me to go any farther. You know, that's how it felt like. So, you know, one little thing leads into another thing. And then by the time you want to start leaving your house, it gets harder, is because, you know, your brain, your subconscious mind is so used to your bad habits, it doesn't know any better. So once you start starting to leave your house, you know, you're going to start feeling all these symptoms because your brain is telling you, hey, go back to your bed before I make you start feeling dizzy. So once you get dizzy, you're like, oh, so what? I'm going to try to leave the house. And then you're like, okay, I'm dizzy, but I'm going to go, you know. And then you start walking, then you get the weak jelly legs. And then you get the weak jelly legs, and then you're like, oh my, then your legs are weak and jelly, and then you're going to think, okay, I got dizzy, now my legs are jelly. Maybe I should come back. Maybe I shouldn't leave the house. My legs are acting up. What if I can't come back? What if I can't make it back? If I go farther, and then you turn back, and then, you know, if you do go farther, the dizziness increase, the weak jelly legs increase, and then after that, your heart starts racing. It's because you're overcoming your fear, and your subconscious mind is like trying to drag you back because it's saying, danger, danger, you're too far from home, go back. But you have to remember, your subconscious mind feeds off of your thoughts, your behavior, whatever you're scared of. So the more you feed it yourself fear, that's all it knows. Like I say so many times, our body is like a computer. Our brain is like a hard drive. Every part of our brain has a different function. The subconscious mind has memory. If you tell it, I'm scared of something, it's going to be scared of that, because the more you say it, the more it knows. Sometimes you could be scared of, like, let's say for myself, when I eat something, I guess I feel sick to my stomach. What's going to happen? I don't want to eat it again. I'm going to say, no, I don't want to eat it. And then I'm going to look at it. I'm going to say to myself, do not eat this anymore. I'm going to have a picture memory. Sometimes if I don't even look at that and I can smell it, my brain, my subconscious mind will kick in and say, danger. Remember what happened to you the last time you ate that. So that's what happens sometimes when I eat something that made me have food poisoning, upset stomach, whatever. I stay away from it for a while because I don't want to eat it because I'm going to feel sick. But it might just because that time I ate it, I was already sick. For some reason, it just made me sick. So next time I eat it, I might feel sick because my mind is making me think I'm sick. So that's why your subconscious mind is just hyper aware, hyperactive, and just overly protecting you, which is not always a bad thing, because if it was a bad thing, that would mean your subconscious mind is not functioning the way it should be. Because if it's not functioning correctly, it's not going to protect you at all. So imagine if you're walking around thinking, I wish I had no fear. That won't be safe, because you see a car come in, you're going to instantly think, oh, the car is about 15 feet away, driving 25 miles per hour. I bet you I can outrun that car and not get hit. That's what it means if your subconscious mind is not going to work. If your subconscious mind works properly, it's going to instantly tell you, hey, stop, right there and right then, right? So that's a healthy anxiety. It's like your mind tells you and it protects you, but over hyper subconscious mind is going to tell you every little thing is dangerous, as long as you telling yourself that it's dangerous. If you program it to know what's dangerous and what's not, it's gonna remember that. But it takes longer for you to get over it. The more you're scared, the more you're afraid of whatever you're afraid of. Like for me, it's so embarrassing. I was scared of taking a shower because I got dizzy taking a shower. I will always go to the bathroom and say I'm dizzy. I get up and I had to use the bathroom. What's in my mind? I automatically say, I know I'm gonna get dizzy, and it just plays over in my head. So the closer I get to the bathroom, the dizzier I get, because my mind is telling me, you're getting too close. I'm gonna make you dizzier each time you get closer. It's just protecting me from me, but it doesn't know better because I program my mind like that. But anyways, yeah, I'm about to go for a walk. I'm not going to go too far. I kind of woke up with with my legs kind of bruised up. I don't know if I hit the wall or whatever, but my legs I have a little pain in my legs, and I don't want to overdo anything to create more stress or anything on my legs.